How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Sunday, March the 30th, 2025. It's your man Big D, and I'm back with another one. I want to thank all you folk out there in YouTube land that continue to show support to my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I'm back with another one. And in this one, we have a young delusional sister that seems to have a problem with what Phylicia Rashad had to say when Mrs. Rashad appeared on the Breakfast Club. And during this appearance on the Breakfast Club, Mrs. Rashad had a lot to add when it comes to how women should behave, and particularly to how they should dress. So this young delusional sister seems to have something to say. So, family, let's go ahead and get to it and see what she's talking about.
Why is it that anytime older women try to give game to younger women, it always circles back to being about a man? No disrespect to Phylicia Rashad. I respect that lady. I think she's beautiful. She's talented. She's everything. But she is a pick me also.
Okay, now you out of line, sister. You say Felicia Rashad is a pick me. First of all, Felicia Rashad is one of the matriarchs of the Black community. This sister at 76 years old is still out there getting it while still trying to drop knowledge to y'all young sisters. So she's a pick me because she is giving advice to young women as to how they should behave when out in public. She is a pick me because she was able to garner the attention of some pretty successful men. Now, yeah, granted, she's been married and divorced. I understand that, and that's a different topic. But fact of the matter is, she was still able to marry men that were, in my opinion, are successful. Ma'am, what your man working with? I'm pretty sure your man didn't play no don't play no NFL football, and ain't never played no NFL football. But it's amazing when older women that are not out there in them streets, not co-signing the bullshit y'all be talking about, or they pick me's, or they pick me's. Ma'am, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for not at least thinking about what she said before you jumped on your little social media and giving your little comments.
I already peeped the game when she was riding for Bill Cosby. I don't feel like getting into all of that, but she was on the Breakfast Club and she was talking about the way that women dress today. Now she's entitled to her opinion. That's totally fine, and I was okay with the message until she said, and most importantly, no man wants a woman that dresses whatever way they were talking about. Why is that the most important element when it comes to how a woman is dressing? And why?
Because it is the most important element, ma'am. Ma'am, let me ask you a question. You got all this energy. You proclaim to have all this knowledge. Well, ma'am, when the creator created man and woman, why do you think that was? When woman was created, you think she was created to just run around here dressing any old which kind of way and being flaming whores? You think that's what the creator had in mind? I don't think so. And it's amazing how feminism has basically given women that false sense of security to think that, well, the only purpose for them being on this planet is for, you know what I'm saying, for what they deem as purposeful. And if that means basically being out there in the streets, going around, throwing your good years away, and then once you get up in age, now you want a man to come rescue you. So since you say that a woman's her whole purpose of being is not for a man, well, ma'am, then what's y'all purpose? I do believe that the creator created y'all to be helpmates to men and also for procreation purposes. But outside of that, you make it seem like that y'all was just created just to take up space.
Why don't people understand that not all women date men? There are some women that don't date men. There are a lot of women out here that have opted out of dating entirely and don't care about what a man want to see her in. Why?
Okay, well, here's the thing. You're right. There are some women that don't date men. But you know what? For those women, and like I said, if that's what those women want to do, that's on them. But when you start talking about the divine order of things, why a woman was created, a woman wasn't created to go date another woman because two women can't procreate. Absolutely not. Two women can't procreate, just like two men can't procreate. A man needs a woman and a woman needs a man. But the problem is that women nowadays have got fallen so far out of touch with reality that they believe that the sun rises on their face and sets on their ass. And that is just not the way it is.
Why does everything older women say always have to go back to a man? I don't understand that. They need to reprogram their minds. They need to reprogram their minds. Like, it's 2025. We work too hard to have autonomy, to always have to be connected to what a man likes and what a man doesn't like. If y'all constantly keep saying, "Oh, men don't like when women dress like this," man.
Okay, so when a woman dressed like a whore, who is she doing it for? Because women don't dress provocatively just so they can dress provocatively. They trying to get attention. And who are they normally trying to get attention from? The opposite sex. Now, yeah, you might have those people that's in the community that they might date other women and they might dress provocatively for the attention of another woman. But fact of the matter is this: when a woman dresses a certain kind of way, she's trying to garner the attention from somebody, be it a man or a woman. So, man, what you saying makes zero sense. What you need to do is ease up on wearing them damn lace front wigs because it's starting to fry y'all brain cells.
Don't like when women wear their hair like this, wear lashes, wear makeup, this or whatever, and a woman is still doing those things that a man doesn't want. Wouldn't that tell you that we don't fucking care? Coco.
Yeah, it tells us that we don't fucking care, and that's why women like you, where your husband at? Do you have a husband, or do you just have a baby daddy? So yeah, nobody cares that y'all don't care. But for the women that do understand their role, for the women that do understand that and they see the value in coming up under the protection and provision of a man, okay, they get it. But delusional chicks like you don't get it. And you know what? You know what? Let's go ahead and let her keep on. Let her go ahead and keep on talking.
And Ice-T. She dress however she wants to dress. She do whatever she want to do. And he's been married to her for how long?
So
There
you
are
brought up
plenty of
Ice
men.
T. So you brought up the fact that Ice T is still married to Coco. Yeah, and Coco, okay. And Coco was out there. I think she was an adult star. So you know what, man? Listen, I ain't got nothing but love for Ice T, but ain't nowhere in the hell that I'm gonna be married to a woman that's out there making adult films and getting her back blowed out on by various dudes on camera and making money doing it. And it ain't like they be making billions of ain't like women that when they retire from the adult film industry that they multimillionaires. Ma'am, you sound like an idiot. And what you saying makes zero sense. Zero sense. I know you think you cooking, but the only people you cooking for are the ones who think like you do.
That don't be getting in women's business like that. They don't care about policing women and trying to control every woman's every move. Y'all be the ones who try to control everything y'all women do because y'all are insecure and y'all care about the public's perception of you.
No, it ain't about being insecure. It's about a man having respect for himself and for a woman having respect for herself. And in turn, that respect, she shows that she gives that same respect to her dude. So you think it's okay for your crazy looking ass to go out in the street dressed all provocatively, and then soon as somebody say something to you because you dress like a whore, now your baby daddy or boyfriend or whoever, if you got a man, now they got to go put their life on the line because now you gonna feel like, oh well, you gonna let this guy just sit here and just and make this comment towards me, and then now this guy gonna, he gonna go and put his life on the line and perhaps might not survive the night because of your BS. So you damn right. Men should be very vocal when it comes to how they lady dress. Listen, if you in decent shape and you got a nice figure, you can wear decent clothes and still garner attention. You don't have to dress like a floozy or a hussy, like my mom would put it. You don't have to dress like that in order to garner a man's attention. But that's the problem, though. See, when you have women that don't have much going on, meaning they ain't bringing nothing to the table but a beat up vagina, yeah, they got to show off they look goodies because that's all they got. They ain't got nothing else. What else you bringing to the table, ma'am? Besides some drama.
And like I said, I would be totally fine with the message if she kept it about the women and themselves. But to constantly always have to bring something back to a man, it's crazy. It's getting old. It's been old.
First of all, the message is still the message. And until women learn to understand the divine order of things, everything has a purpose. Man has a purpose, women have a purpose, children have purposes. They have purposes, when they're at that stage. Everybody has a purpose. But my thing is this, man, Felicia Rashad has done a lot when I say as far as like the community, because you know what? Say what you want, but this lady has been nothing but, in my opinion, a pillar to our community because there's no, you ain't never heard nothing crazy that she's done. I mean, other than being married a couple times, other than putting out good movies and being a older woman that's trying to drop knowledge and impart knowledge. What else? What can you say bad about the woman? And you can't off brand say, oh, well, you like the message until she brought up men. So the fact that she understands that there is a divine order in everything that we do in this life, because she understands that and because she's trying to mentor younger women so that they can have perhaps a better outcome, you want to call a woman a pygmy. Sister, you got issues. And if you do have a dude and he let you go out the house dressed all crazy, listen, you know what? Hey, brother, that's you. Do what you want. Just like Ice-T, you know what I'm saying? He was married to Coco while she was in the adult film industry. Hey, man. Hey, listen, if that's how y'all brothers want to get down, you go ahead and do that. But ain't nowhere in the world that I will be able to look at myself in the mirror knowing that I'm finna step out with a chick who done been ran through, who done got a bike blowed out, who don't have no problem showing the world her goodies and whatnot. Man, I have too much respect for myself. So, you know what? Not judging any other brother that's okay with that, but I'm just not gonna move like that. But what you say, family, what you say about this sister talking nonsense about Felicia Rashad? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.